Out of the gates and ready to go. Welcome in to this special Monday edition of Seattle Seahawks Today. Powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. So glad to have you with us. It is the first day of Seahawks training camp. We got live updates from Renton that we'll be getting you throughout the show today. And I have my 5 takeaways from the first day of Seahawks training camp that we'll get to coming up in just a little while from right now. And some news with the Seahawks coming within the last couple of hours that veteran interior offensive lineman Kyren Williams is set to visit the Seahawks tomorrow as a potential free agent signing. We'll tell you more about that and the possibility of him signing with the Seahawks coming up in just a bit. We will also talk about the idea of signing Adrien Phillips, as he's been named a top free agent target for the Seahawks by Pro Football Network. We will get to a Q&A mailbag today. We'll answer your questions. Use hashtag Seahawks or Super Chat to get on the mailbag portion of today's show. And then before we get out of here, it is time for our final Madden Sim of the regular season. Yes, you heard that right. We got playoff football tomorrow, folks. Seahawks are already in the postseason. We'll have that for you tomorrow. But in the meantime, today, Week 18, your Seahawks take on the LA Rams in Los Angeles in a divisional showdown. We will react to that game live in real time coming up in just a bit. As you guys file in, shout out your city. We'll shout you out as we get this show off and rolling here on this Monday. I am off the rest of the week, only working Monday, Tuesday this week. I'm off to Phoenix. So with that, we wanted to make sure that we still brought you 2 live shows today and tomorrow before I go out of town, and make sure we have plenty of content for you over the next few days while yours truly steps aside and enjoys myself. So we will catch up to speed on everything going on in training camp here in today's show. Shout out your city. We'll shout you out. I got Pedro in Los Angeles. I got Upper Jackson saying hello. Hello there. G Popular, that's a good question. Why don't you include it in the mailbag? Use hashtag Seahawks or Super Chat, and then I can put that in the mailbag segment, man. Let us know where you're at. I see D. Peasy says we're actually going to get Kyren Williams. We'll see, potentially so. Scheiden Jeter says go Seahawks. Lorraine says go Seahawks. Let's see. We got Lorraine from Ontario, California, and go Seahawks. Shout out to the Ravens channel as well. I'm a big fan of the Ravens channel. Couldn't tell you why, but you should check that out too. G Popular in El Paso. Got Scheiden in Louisiana. On the 1s and 2s today, he's back after making his debut last week and delivering us a win, is Joey Peterson, who is in the house today. Joey, welcome back. You brought us a win. Now let's see if you can go 2-0 today, as we got a big one today against the Rams.
You know, Tyler, not only did I bring a win, I think I brought the best game of the season so far. So
Maybe so.
I don't know if this one can live up to it. I don't know if anyone can live up to it. 2 possessions within the 5-yard line with 5 seconds left. That's pretty electric stuff right there.
Now tell me this. I don't know the answer to this question, so you tell me. I know that actually Smitty ran today's sim. Do you know the outcome, though, or are you going to find out with the rest of us?
I do know the outcome, unfortunately.
Okay.
I do. I will not spoil it. I will not say anything.
Are we in for a good game today?
Yes, it is a good game.
Okay. That's all I need to know.
Yep.
We have a good game, according to Joey. And if we do happen to lose, then just spam F. Smitty in the chat. We'll blame Smitty if that's the case. Shout out your city. Let us know where you're at. Mark is in Morero Valley, California. I got Marlon Griffin in Cottonwood, Arizona. Upper Jackson in Washington. Terrence says, let's get it, Seahawks. Name a breakout player at Seahawks training camp. Who is somebody that comes to mind that you would like to see step up, or you think that is going to show up and show out in training camp? Joey, for me, it starts with, as you would expect, the 2 guys that have been the story this offseason. On offense, JSN, Jaxon Smith-Njigba, and on defense, Devon Witherspoon. I think those guys, this training camp is crucial for both of them to take that next step to be superstar caliber players, and I think the 12s are going to like what they see during training camp. How about you?
I agree. I think I lean a little bit more towards Smith-Njigba out of those 2. I think you saw it more in the regular season from Witherspoon last year, and you kind of started seeing it towards the end with JSN, but I think we're looking at this point to make that jump, right, from rookie year to this sophomore season. Who is he going to be? Are we going to be able to depend on him as a solid number 2? Possibly at the end of the year, could he be a debatable number 1? I think it's capable. I think he's capable of doing so. Now we're just going to see if he can do it.
Yeah, we shall see. Name a breakout player at Seahawks training camp. Let's see. I see Kenny McIntosh in the chat. Mark says Mike Morris. Nick saying, hey, guys. Shiden checking in from L.A. Good to see everybody here hanging out with us today. Before we go any further in today's show, I got some good news, folks. Game Time is back and better than ever here on Seahawks Today, as today's show is sponsored by Game Time. Game Time is the authorized ticket marketplace of Major League Baseball, which makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the Game Time app actually go down closer to the first pitch. With killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seats, and their lowest price guarantee, Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets. Save up to 60% off buying last minute for sports, concerts, comedy, theater productions, and more. So let's say you want to go to a Mariner game, for example. They got the prices listed there. Then you can see if you like the seat or not, get that aerial view, if you will, and then boom! Within a matter of moments, you're checking out with Game Time. Apple Pay, Google Pay, Venmo, all major credit card providers. And because I'm a nice guy, I am offering you $20 off your first purchase when you use the promo code CHATSPORTS at checkout. Yes, you heard that right. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets, lowest prices, guaranteed. Download Game Time today. You'll be glad you did. All right, folks, I want to know, what will the Seahawks record be in 2024? If you've been following along our Madden Sims, as we have a big game today between the LA Rams, the Seahawks, folks, are 10-6 at this point, which gives them a chance to win 11 games this year, which I would be thrilled if the Seahawks had an 11-game season. How do you see this season playing out? Get your predictions in now. Joey, I'll be honest. The Madden Sim season, to be 10-6 at this point, I think Madden's been pretty generous. I would be thrilled if we're 10-6 heading into Week 18.
I agree. I think that hitting the over is definitely a possibility, right?
The over-under is 7.
7.5 is that over-under right now. I think the Seahawks can hit that over. 10-6 is going to be hard to do going into the last week of the season. It does seem Madden's been quite generous, but who knows? If Gino's feeling it and Byron Murphy's a factor and Witherspoon and JSN step up like you're maybe predicting them to, that could happen.
What's your predictions, folks? Marlon says 11-6. Nick Fury says 10-7 or 11-6. Nick, you can only pick one. That's cheating. Pick one. Pedro says 8-10. That's not possible. We don't play 18 regular season games unless you're implying a playoff loss or something in there. Michael says 9-8. Andrew says 10-7. My official prediction was 9-8, which is the same record they've been the last 2 seasons. G Popular says 9-8. So everybody's in that same range. Somewhere between 8 and 11 games seems to be the consensus so far at this point. Kevin says 10-7. Get your predictions in now. Let us know. Mr. Nubfi says 12-5 is his prediction there. All right. We got 40 people watching so far. I want more people to join us and hang out with us here on Seahawks Today so they can enjoy the good time that we're having together with all the 12s today. And so to kind of help out the algorithm a bit, to get a little popping, a little buzzing, if you will, we're going to spam S in the chat. And over the next minute, I want to see as many S's as we possibly can. Let's see who's going to be the early favorite to be the MVP for today's show. And my guy Joey here, second time ever here on Seahawks Today, this is your chance to get your name heard by Joey Peterson, the Joey Peterson. So, spam S in the chat. Joey's going to shout out all the S's. Let's see who's going to be the early favorite, and let's have ourselves a day, folks. So, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Mark Michelle, I see you. Lorraine Salazar, 15-2, not bad. Going back to Mark Michelle, Marlon Griffin, Kevin Jewell, Mark Michelle, Kevin Jewell, Michael Clark, George Queen. Sam says howdy from Bend, Oregon. Howdy there, Sam. Kevin Jewell, Marlon Griffin, Mark Michelle. We're seeing a lot of Mark Michelle and Kevin Jewell. We see some more. Oh, Pedro Castellan's joining with a lot of S's in a row. Kevin Jewell. We got Lorraine Salazar. We got G Popular with an S. We got Marlon Griffin. We got Lorraine Salazar. We got Mark Michelle. George Queen.
Keep going. Faster,
we got
faster.
Marlon Griffin. Oh, Pedro Castellan has us with 2 S's. Michael Clark says 13 and 4. Pedro Castellan with 2 S's.
Halfway home. Keep going.
We see Scheiden Jeter. Pretty sweet name there, Scheiden. We see Sea Flights. They're spamming S. We see Marlon Griffin. We see Scheiden Jeter. We see George
Don't
Queen.
let me beat you.
We see Seahawks Today by Chat Sports. Santa Fe 397 is getting in the chat, spamming S. Scheiden Jeter, spamming S. George Queen, spamming S. We see Marlon Griffin, Scheiden Jeter, Kevin Jewell,
10
Lorraine
seconds
Salazar.
left.
Connor Slobahan is joining the chat, spamming S. We see Sea Flights, Michael Adams, Santa Fe 397, Mark Michelle, Lorraine Salazar, Aaron B. We see you spamming S. We see Kevin Jewell and George Queen and Scheiden Jeter.
Not bad. Not bad, chat.
Not bad at all.
160 was the chat right there. So good job by everybody there setting the tone early here on this one. If you're ready for the show, like the video. Simple as that. Give it a little tickle. Don't be afraid to touch it. We are at 16 likes right now. I need to get to 20 to start today's show, and I will crack open a cold Miller Lite, which I already put a dent in because I dropped it earlier. So I'm going to be very careful when I do open this Miller Lite. But I need your help. Like the video. 20 likes, and we will begin today's show, and I will take a big sip on that Miller when we reach the total of 20 likes here on today's show. Free way to contribute, support the work we're doing here on Seahawks Today. Make that beer bong 25, by the way.
Will do.
Like the video, do your part. And one more. That's all we need, one more. Let's get to 20. And then we can get rolling here with this special Monday edition of Seahawks Today. Folks, even when I'm about to go on vacation, we're still finding you guys ways to bring you live shows because I don't want you to miss out on anything. I don't want you to be shorted because yours truly has to take PTO, all right? We want to make sure that we covered the 12s and had you guys covered this week. And we reached 20 likes, so there we go. Alexander's trying to claim it's water beer. This is very much real beer, folks.
That's beer right there.
That is beer. That's a man's beer right there.
Amen.
That's a fine Pilsner beer. We're not drinking any
Bud
shit.
Light?
Yeah, we're not drinking any Bud Light shit around here, or even Coors Light doesn't hold a candle to Miller. Miller's where it's at.
I like
Cheers.
how Coors Light's entire marketing campaign is like, hey, it's cold.
It's cold.
And you're like, is it good? They're like, no, but it's cold.
It's cold. I would damn hope it's cold. If I were to come up with a list of the worst things in the world, warm beer would be on one of the 5 worst things in the world.
Just give me an example, what would something else on there be?
Roaches.
Roaches, that's a good one.
Roaches, warm beer, girls named Tiffany.
Okay.
That would be in my top 3 for sure.
That's good.
Always stay away from a girl named Tiffany. That's a death sentence right there.
Okay, noted.
No Tiffany's. Your wife's name isn't Tiffany.
It's not. It's
okay.
Kennedy.
Okay. So you're in the clear. You're fine.
I'm good.
You're fine. Kennedy's okay. Let's see. That would be my top 3. What else, guys? What are things you should stay away from? That comes to mind. Mark says, yeah, nothing worse than warm beer. He's with me on that. Super chat menu today. Here is how you can get involved in today's show. First time super chatter. You get the Seahawks chant. $5 super chat. We'll sing the old Macdonald song or the DK song if you prefer that. $10 super chat. We'll take down some shots. We'll go to the Patron zone. I got the Patron tequila in hand ready to go. $25 super chat. We'll get out the beer bong in all its glory. Where did I put the beer bong? There's the beer bong. There it is. The Merbonga right here. Half price today. And if we get a $50 super chat, then I will play yours truly in College Football 25. Even when I was out of town this weekend in Galveston, I brought my PS5 with me. I played plenty of College Football 25 this weekend. Played my dad quite a bit, actually. Only lost 2 games to Pops, and it was when I let him be a far superior, better team than me. So I feel pretty good about how I performed this weekend. So you get the chance. You can play me, or you can play Joey for that matter, if you prefer, with a $50 super chat. And we'll set up a matchup. We'll make it happen. $sign next to the chat box you want to contribute. As always, we reach 200 in super chats. Then we will do a boot here on today's show. So that is what we're offering today. Let's see who's going to send in the first super chat of the day and get this party started. I know that it is Monday, but that doesn't mean we can't have a good time here with you. and enjoy ourselves here on today's show. $sign next to the chat box if you would like to contribute. Joey, final thoughts before we begin today's show.
It's funny you mentioned that because I went home this weekend as well to see my family, and I brought my PS5, and I played my dad.
Man. And you had to wait till 11 o'clock on Friday night?
On Thursday nights.
Thursday night.
Stayed up till 2:45 playing.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a good night.
What's our progress so far?
We're through one season of A Road to Glory.
Okay.
We're through half a season on Dynasty.
Okay.
And a lot of just play nows against my buddies.
Okay. So who are your teams, and what is your Road to Glory player name?
So my Road to Glory player's name is Riz Hartson.
Okay.
I created a guy.
Is he risen up, Livy?
He's trying to.
Yeah.
He learned from Baby Gronk.
Okay.
But he went his first year in Memphis.
Okay.
Sat the bench for a year, but now is a starter.
Okay.
Hoping to ball out.
Didn't enter the portal, huh?
He's going to after this year, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Dynasty, I'm sitting at 5-1 right now in Tennessee's Dynasty, so not bad either.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Playing on All-American, there's some tough games, but it's fun.
Man, now to go with Tennessee for your first Dynasty, that's a party foul, red flag.
See,
I know you went there, but to not go with a small school and be an offensive coordinator is a crime.
See, I get that. I think the Dynasty slander is a little bit overblown with this new age of college football.
Oh, here we go.
I think go where you want to go. I want to build up the Vols. I want to play with Nico.
See the excuses here? He's winning every game by 40 points and making excuses. So with that, I think you'll need to make Joey drink the first shot or something today for being a criminal on College Football 25, if you so choose. Either me or Joey, or we can both drink. I don't care.
I'll take it.
There's the Super Chat menu, $sign next to the chat box. Let's see who's going to send the first Super Chat today. All right, coming up on today's show, we have the latest from Seahawks training camp, day numero uno. Also, we'll talk about the possibility of signing Adrien Phillips. Q&A rumors mailbag. Get your questions in. Be like Kevin, who got #Seahawks. Or you can use the Super Chat menu. We'll answer Super Chats first. And then we'll do our Madden Sim coming up later. Use for that Week 18, our final one of the regular season, taking on the LA Rams. We'll have that for you coming up in just a moment. Joseph, are we all set? Are we ready to go?
We're all set, buddy.
Without further ado, let's get this show on the road. It is a special Monday edition of Seahawks Today, beginning right now. The wait is finally over. Football is back. It is the first day of Seattle Seahawks training camp from Renton, Washington, and we have everything you need to know coming up on this edition of Seattle Seahawks Today. I got 5 takeaways from day one that we will get to coming up in just a matter of moments. Tyler Jones here with you. Appreciate you joining us. Folks, I am closing in on 2,000 followers on IG, at Tyler Jones Live. Need about 86 more subs to reach that next milestone. Subs, followers, you know what I mean. And so here's a little incentive for you, folks. I just posted this photo the other day. For everybody that follows me and likes this photo, I will follow you back on IG. So not only should you follow me for daily Seahawks updates, but I will follow you. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Like the photo, follow me, I'll follow you back. And we'll get started with today's show. The Seahawks are underway with their first training camp under new head coach Mike Macdonald, and things are sure different these days for your Seattle Seahawks. It was a very good offseason with what went on with the changes the team made through the draft and trades and free agency to OTAs and minicamp, and now the real work begins. And let's start with the running back position. One of the most discussed things heading into this week is what the Seahawks plan to do with their running backs. We've talked previously on this program about the divide, if you will, on how both Kenneth Walker III and Zach Charbonnet should be used, what the split should be. But one thing that is going to be interesting to follow for the both of them is how they are used in the passing game. One big difference that we will see right away, as early as this week, is Ryan Grubb's strategy for getting both involved as receiving backs. And Ryan Grubb has made it no secret that he wants to use both of these guys, as well as Kenny McIntosh and potentially others, in the passing game, specifically with what he wants to do with the screen passing game that was so successful for him with the Washington Huskies. Here is more from Ryan Grubb on the running backs in the passing game. He said this a while back. Oh, yeah, I love doing that. Yeah, we want to make every guy on the field, all 5 of them, as dangerous as possible from any position on the field. Brady Henderson of ESPN tweeted this out a while back, which I thought was a very fascinating point comparing the previous regime to now. Pete Carroll had 4 different OCs during his 14 seasons in Seattle. Here's a look at where the Seahawks ranked during each of those tenures in terms of targets to running backs. Bates in 2010 was tied for 14th. Darrell Bevell, from 2011 to 2017, was ranked 30th. Brian Schottenheimer from 2018 to 2020 was ranked 27th. And then Shane Waldron from 2021 to 2023 was ranked 30th. None of those were good. See a trend? See a problem there? Yeah, Ryan Grubb isn't going to live with that. It's time for some change. Change we can believe in, as one former president once said. Let me ask you this. From what we know, are you excited about Ryan Grubb's new offense in Seattle? I was reading an article on ESPN today talking about potential concern about Ryan Grubb never coaching in the NFL before and all that. Are you excited or are you a little nervous? Be honest with me. Let me know what you think in our pinned comment today. Y for yes, and for no, way in the comment section. Let us know what you think. Game Time is back. It's Game Time here on Seahawks Today as they are sponsoring today's show. Game Time is an authorized ticket marketplace of Major League Baseball, which makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the Game Time app actually go down closer to the first pitch. With killer last-minute tickets, all-in prices, views from your seat, and the lowest prices guaranteed, Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets. Save up to 60% off buying last minute for sports, concerts, comedy, theater productions, and more. Here's how it works. Let's say I want to go to a Mariners game, for example. Pick the Mariners game you want to go to. Then they got the seats listed, and you can see for yourself if you like that seat or not. Get the visual, if you will. And then, boom, just like that, you're checking out within a matter of moments, whether it's Apple Pay, Google Pay, Venmo, all major credit card providers. Game Time makes it simple and easy for you. And that's not all, folks. We are offering you $20 off your first purchase when you use the promo code CHATSPORTS at checkout. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest prices, guaranteed. All right, number 2 on our takeaways. Let's talk about the injury report. It is a little lengthy already for Seattle. 7 players begin training camp on the PUP list, and 5 on the non-football injury list. A lot of injuries already for Seattle, with key starters involved as well, including players that were supposed to be healthy by now. It ain't great, Jim. Let's go over the full list, show you where we're at right now, entering training camp with the Seahawks injury report. Abraham Lucas begins on the PUP list, and the last that we heard just a few weeks ago was he was progressing nicely, but he's still not quite ready yet. Jerome Baker and Terrell Dodson, they were supposed to be ready by the time training camp started. They are not. They're on the PUP list. We'll see when they return. Lance Boykin at the cornerback position, he's on PUP, as is safety Jarek Reed. We're not expecting him to be back for a while. Drake Thomas, Seahawks are very shorthanded at the linebacker spot, as you could tell. And then Cameron Young at the nose tackle position. He's also on the PUP list. Now, the non-football injury list includes Anthony Bradford, who, if you recall, actually did make a return during minicamp, so that's kind of odd. Easton Gibbs, DJ James, Nehemiah Pritchett, and D. Williams, all on the non-football injury list at this point. So not ideal. If we get any more updates or any more names get added to the injury report, you'll be the first to know about it here on Seahawks Today. Tomorrow, the Seahawks will have an official visit with free agent interior offensive lineman Kyren Williams. And if you've been watching this show for the last several weeks, we have talked previously about the idea that the Seahawks should consider signing Kyren Williams. Now, Williams is not expected to be available until midseason due to the knee injury that he suffered week 14 with the Miami Dolphins last year. But, folks, this is somebody that was the highest graded interior offensive lineman in the NFL last year. You have to assume, I think it's safe to assume, that you're not going to be 100% healthy on this offensive line by the time Kyren Williams would be available. He can play guard. He can play center. He's a quality starter. Whatever may happen, God forbid something happens, Kyren Williams will be ready to step in and be a quality starter should something go down. Or what if just one of your guys are struggling? What if Tomlinson, Haynes, Bradford, or Olu just isn't up to snuff? Then you have a safety net. It's like a midseason trade without having to give up anything potentially. The report from ESPN's Adam Schefter saying the following earlier today. Former Dolphins and Cowboys free agent center Kyren Williams, who has started 77 NFL games, is scheduled to visit Tuesday with the Seahawks. More on Kyren Williams, a former second-round pick out of the University of Texas. The eyes of Texas are on Connor all the live long day. Previously played for the Cowboys and the Dolphins, and was the highest-graded interior offensive lineman by Pro Football Focus in 2023 with an 86.5 grade. So, I think Seahawks should sign him if he can pass a physical and they think he's up to snuff. Makes a ton of sense for me. What say you? Type S for sign, P for pass. Let us know if you think the Seahawks should sign Kyren Williams or not. Seahawks Today is going to be all over Seahawks training camp for the next few weeks here on the channel as we bring you daily updates on what's happening with your Seattle Seahawks. Any big news that comes from training camp, we're going to be all over it here on the channel. We are your training camp headquarters here on Seahawks Today. Subscribe now for free. Be a friend, tell a friend, make sure they're a part of this channel, and let's reach our next milestone of 53,000 subscribers on the channel. YouTube.com/SeahawksTV to subscribe now. Number 4 on our training camp takeaways. Time to get out the dice, folks, as the Seahawks are rolling the dice with young offensive linemen heading into 2024. It was no secret this was going to be the case for the Seahawks, but now, as we sit here on the brink of training camp here, it is official. They're going to go with what they got at this point in time. I'll be honest, this is the position group I'm worried about the most out of any of them. But if Charles Cross can come into his own and play like the top 10 pick that he was in his third season, that would be huge. If Abraham Lucas can figure out this knee situation, if it's not a chronic issue, if he can step up, then that would be huge. And it'll make everybody better. Then you can figure out the interior offensive line from there. But to me, it starts with those tackles. If they do their part, then that's a good starting point for everybody else in that front. Ryan Grubb said this recently on the situation involving the Seahawks offensive line. We've got a little ways to go there, and I just mean more about the reps and opportunities. Some of the guys are still working through things and getting back, so there's been a lot of guys shuffling in and out there. But we've been working through some of that, and I think that they'll continue to grow each week. I think Charles and Lakin have done a good job of building the mesh of the left side a little bit, so that's probably the most continuity we've seen in those two guys working together. I think that's the next step for us, continuing to build continuity within that group. If the season began today, your likely starting 5 on the O-line would go as follows, with Cross, Tomlinson, Olu, Haynes, and Lucas as your starting 5. Bradford and Haynes competing for that starting right guard spot. We'll see how healthy Abraham Lucas is when the season begins, but certainly some big questions to be answered on this O-line if they can get the job done or not. Last but not least on our training camp takeaways, as we enter day number 1 of camp, expectations are sky high for Jaxon Smith-Njigba, entering 2024, his second year with the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks are going to ask a lot out of JSN this year. It's not going to be just good enough to be the number 2 receiver on this Seahawks team. They used a first-round pick on him for a reason. They need him to take a step up and be a guy that can get 1,000 yards every year, that can be a Pro Bowl caliber receiver. And ultimately, he needs to pass up Tyler Lockett on the depth chart and do so pretty quickly. That's not a knock on Tyler Lockett, but the reality is JSN is the future. He is the long-term plans. Tyler Lockett is not. Well, hopefully they get a deal done with DK Metcalf and extend him, but that remains to be seen. The only one you know for certain that's going to be there a long time is JSN, and he needs to show up and show out and be trusted to be able to be the guy for Seattle for a long time. Corbin Smith of SIL Seahawks said the following on JSN heading into camp. This spring, Smith-Njigba lit up on the practice field from start to finish during OTAs and mandatory minicamp, including scoring 7 touchdowns during team sessions in a single practice. His route running savvy, elite acceleration, and soft hands should make him a perfect fit for Grubb's offense, which featured 2 similar players stylistically in Jalen Polk and Jalen McMillan at Washington as key weapons, and the new play caller should move him around more than his predecessor to maximize upon his talents. With Metcalf still being the lead dog for the foreseeable future and Lockett remaining a quality complementary receiver at worst, it may be too early for Smith-Njigba to surface as Smith's primary go-to target. And that was the talk during the off-season workouts, was that he was Geno Smith's favorite guy. And you look at what he did last year. He was okay, third in catches and receiving yards and receiving touchdowns, but he's got to do more than that. And I think JSN is going to step up and have a big season, and really all begins this week of a JSN showing up and showing out. Will he lead the Seahawks in receiving, or is it going to be DK or Tyler Lockett or Noah Fant for that matter? Weigh in, let us know who you think the Seahawks leading receiver will be in 2024. Thanks for joining us here on Seahawks Today. You can follow me on IG at Tyler Jones Live for continuing Seahawks coverage. I will see you next time right here on Seahawks Today. All right. 1 down. 3 to go. Up next, we will talk about signing Adrien Phillips in NFL free agency. But first, let's go back to the Kyren Williams question. And then I got a super chat to get to from G Popular that we'll answer here in just a moment. Let's ask this. Should the Seahawks sign Kyren Williams? You heard me make the case. I say yes, S for sign. I'm not typing P for pass. I've made my case very clear. Joey rejoins me right now. Joey, was I convincing enough? If you're the Seahawks, if you're in charge, is Joey Peterson signing Kyren Williams?
I think so. I saw him a lot as a Cowboy. I saw him a lot in his beginning years with the Cowboys and saw the growth that he had throughout his career. I think he's dominant. I think he also got to learn next to one of the best in Zach Martin.
Right.
And the offensive line is just one of those position groups that you can never have enough depth on. And so I think it'd be a slam dunk. Obviously, it's a bummer. You wouldn't get to see him for quite a bit of the season. But, man, I think it'd be huge to get him in when you can towards the end of that season.
What do you guys think? S for sign, P for pass. Weigh in. Let us know in the chat right now. I got Mark saying S for sign. I got Marlon saying S for sign. Gary saying S for sign. What else? We got Shiden saying S for sign. Seems like everybody likes this idea of bringing in Kyren Williams. I like the idea. Let us know what you think. First time super chat, by the way.
Ah, yes.
G Popular is a first time super chatter. We'll give him the Seahawks chant coming up in just a moment. But first, let's answer the question. We'll include this in the mailbag as well. Who is a player you want the Seahawks to draft in 2025? Man, that's a very good question. You know, I would love to see the Seahawks go quarterback in 2025. And I know some people aren't going to like this, Joey, but I'm going to go ahead and say it anyway. I think the best quarterback of the 2025 class is Shedeur Sanders. I would love to see Shedeur in a Seahawks uniform. I think that would move mountains. I do have concerns about his ego. He is a little into himself, which you would expect with Coach Prime being his dad. But Shedeur in Seattle, that'd be quite the earthquake.
It would be. I'm not a huge fan of Quinn Ewers. I'm
not either.
I don't think he has. I don't know.
I'm not a fan of Carson Beck either.
You aren't?
I'm not, no.
Okay. I'm a bigger fan of Beck than I am of Ewers. I think there's going to be some other ones that might pop up and surprise everybody through the years. But, man, Shedeur, Yes, he can be a little bit cocky, but man, the pedigree's there, the athleticism's there. Would love to see him behind an offensive line that featured more than just 5 middle schoolers on it, like they have it in.
I'd love Travis Hunter too.
Yes, exactly. And so I think he has the ability to be really good. I think we just got to see him not with that offensive line.
Sure. G Popular, we'll give you the Seahawks chant, and then Joey and I are each going to take a shot for you for that $20 super chat. So, Joey, get the chant going. Everybody spam G Popular, first-time super chatter in the chat right now. We want to show him some love, and we love it anytime we get first-time super chatters, and hope you stick around and continue to hang out with us. We certainly appreciate it. Spam G Popular in the chat. Joey, get the chant going. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Seahawks!
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 Let's go, G Popular! Very good, G Popular. We'll take some shots for you. I'll get these out right now. And Joey, this will be the first time he's ever sipped alcohol in his life.
Amen. First time. I'm still 19.
Yes, exactly. We're promoting underage drinking around here. Just kidding. Don't go after me.
Just kidding. I'm 23.
Don't go after me about that, folks. Here we go. To the Patron Zone we go.
Thank you, sir.
For G Popular, buying 2 shots. What a man that is. Cheers. On a Monday. Why not? Oh. Now I'm feeling alive and free, folks.
Ugh. That's been a while since I've had Patron.
Yeah? Get used to it. Joey's going to be here tomorrow, too, folks. You'll be seeing him more often here on the channel. Smitty's still our main guy, but when Smitty's not around, not available, you'll see Joey and Tex and Colin. We get a great team here on the channel. G Popular says, awesome, guys. Thank you, G Popular. If you want to be like G Popular, send in a super chat. First-time super chatters get the Seahawks chant. $5 super chat, we'll sing the old Macdonald song. $10 will take shots like you saw just then. $25 to do a beer bong. $50, you get the chance to play me in College Football 25. We'll set up a matchup and make it happen sometime between me and you. We'll make it happen. Up next, though, let's talk about Adrien Phillips. Could he be on his way to Seattle and join the Seattle Seahawks, as suggested by one NFL insider? We'll dive into that. Also got a mailbag. Still need your questions. Hashtag Seahawks or Super Chat for the mailbag portion of the show. And then we got a Madden Sim coming up later. Seahawks and Rams, Week 18 of the National Football League. That will be coming up later on. But right now, let's talk Adrien Phillips here on Seahawks Today. Could Adrien Phillips be on his way to Seattle? Welcome in to Seahawks Today, powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. In just a moment, we will let you hear one suggestion from an NFL insider linking the Seahawks to the former All-Pro safety, naming him the Seahawks' top free agent target here with training camp upon us. We'll show you what he had to say, react to it, and more coming up in just a matter of moments. Before we do, folks, we are so close to 53,000 subscribers here on Seahawks Today. Just 175 away from reaching that next milestone. Look, game day's almost here. I got a goal. Here's what I want from you. I want to get to 53K subs before the Seahawks' first preseason game here in a few weeks. I feel like I'm asking too much here. Can we make it happen? Sub for Seahawks dubs. Even preseason wins matter, folks. Sub for dubs, youtube.com/Seahawks TV for daily Seahawks coverage you won't find anywhere else. Adrien Phillips, could he be on his way to Seattle? Pro Football Network has named the former All-Pro free agent safety as the Seahawks' top free agent target right now. Let's let you hear what Dallas Robinson from Pro Football Network had to say. Seattle doesn't have many obvious weaknesses on its roster. While the Seahawks could conceivably add another interior offensive lineman, new faces like veteran Laken Tomlinson and Nick Harris and third-round rookie Christian Haynes should provide enough competition at guard and center. Let's give the Seahawks more safety depth as they parted ways with Jamal Adams and Quandre Diggs this offseason. Adrien Phillips was a full-time starter for the Patriots before moving to a reserve role in 2023. At worst, he'd be a special teams maven in Seattle after playing 321 special team snaps last season. All right, two things can be true here, folks. Number one, the Seahawks do need safety help. No question about it, no ifs, ands, or buts. These Seahawks should go sign a safety. Number two, they should go sign a safety, but not that safety, Adrien Phillips. No offense. They can't afford Justin Simmons. We all know that. But there is a very familiar name to Seahawks fans that's just sitting out there that could use a job and would be a perfect fit to be your number 3 safety in a defense that's going to need 3 safeties on the field. Oh, yeah, Quandre Diggs. Remember him? Oh, yeah, and not to mention, you compare the statistics between these two, it ain't even close, folks. I know Quandre had a down year last year. Everybody knows that. It wasn't Quandre's best effort. But it was still a hell of a lot better than anything we saw from Adrien Phillips. More tackles for loss, more pass breakups, more interceptions. And not just more in all those categories, a whole lot more than Adrien Phillips did. So if I'm going to sign a veteran safety, I'd much rather bring Quandre back than I would Adrien Phillips. We'll explain more here in just a second. But I want to hear from you guys. Pick a safety. Would you rather go Adrien Phillips or would you rather go Quandre Diggs? If you had to choose one, who would it be and why? Type AP for Adrien Phillips. Type QD for Quandre Diggs and let us know in the comments section below. Today's show is sponsored by Game Time. Game Time is an authorized ticket marketplace of Major League Baseball, which makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the Game Time app actually go down the closer it gets to the first pitch. With killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee, Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets. Maybe you want to go to a Seattle Mariners game, for example. They got the games listed. You choose the game you want to go to. Then you choose the seat. See if you like that seat or not. You can get the aerial view, see if it's for you. And then just like that, you're checking out within a matter of moments. Apple Pay, Google Pay, Venmo, all major credit card providers. Game Time has got you covered. Save up to 60% off buying last-minute tickets for sports, concerts, comedy, theater productions, and more. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. The link is in the comments and the description of today's video. Hey, Adrien, or Yo Adrien in this case. Let's let you get to know more about the free agent safety, Adrien Phillips. Undrafted in 2014 out of the University of Texas, previously playing for the Chargers and the Patriots. In 2018 was quite the year for Adrien Phillips, as he was a first-team All-Pro selection and a Pro Bowler back then. But, folks, that has been a minute. You look at the numbers, and it has been downhill ever since. 2023 was arguably the worst season of Adrien Phillips' career. We mentioned reduced to a reserve role where he had only 17 tackles, no interceptions, no pass breakups, no tackles for loss. His last really good season was 2021 where he had 4 interceptions, 92 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and 9 pass breakups. And you look at the coverage stats, although he wasn't on the field a ton last year, it wasn't great. Allowed a completion percentage of 80%, 52 yards, given up a QB rating of 110 last year. Now, back to my opinion, because that's what you came to see. Would I be mad if the Seahawks signed Adrien Phillips? The answer is no. I'm not going to be mad if they do so. I wouldn't be mad, but I would be disappointed. Every parent knows that reaction, right? Why settle for Adrien Phillips when you know there is somebody out there in Quandre Diggs who is better that I can have for the same price? Why settle? Never settle, right? Why do that? I know some of you out there are sitting there saying to yourselves that you don't want somebody from the old oligarchy in Quandre Diggs here in Seattle, that you'd like to turn the page and all that. But if I'm just looking purely from a talent perspective, if I need a safety and I can't get Justin Simmons and Eddie Jackson is already gone, my next option, based on cost and talent level, that makes the most sense is Quandre, folks. Corbin Smith of SIL Seahawks laid this out just the other day. He said the following. With Jenkins on board, Rayshon Jenkins, and Love returning, a starting spot isn't readily available for Diggs, which would require some concessions from a player who has started 104 games since 2017. But even if he isn't viewed as an every down player at this stage, that doesn't mean he couldn't provide value in a situational role either, especially playing for Mike Macdonald, who prioritized deploying 3 safety sets as the Ravens defensive coordinator over the last 2 seasons. Where have you heard that one before? That's right, me. I've been telling you that, folks. You're going to need more than that. Should the Seahawks sign another safety? I think they should. I think Quandre makes a lot of sense, whether some of y'all want to admit it or not. Let us know. Y for yes, N for no. Should the Seahawks sign another safety or not? Weigh in the comment section and let us know what you think. Now, I would be surprised if the Seahawks did just nothing at all, if they just sat on their cheeks and just played grab ass and just do nothing, right? That would not be great. Me personally, and I know some people aren't going to like hearing this, but this is why you come to Seahawks Today. It's to hear not what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. And you need to hear this from me, folks. I like Kobe Bryant, but I'm not confident enough in Kobe Bryant right now. I've seen too many injuries. I've seen too much inconsistent play to feel okay with him playing a significant role in this defense. I just don't know. Maybe Kobe's going to break through and have a big year, but I have not seen enough. We've seen him play a little corner. We've seen him play a little safety, and he's had his moments at times, but he can't stay consistent. You look at the safety depth chart right now. Kayvon Wallace, we'll see. Kobe Bryant, we'll see. Jarek Reed's going to be out for a bit. I think you need more, and I think that Quandre Diggs, our old friend, could be the guy you're looking for. 3-time Pro Bowler as recently as 2022. He had one bad season, and a lot of that I think you could contribute to the incompetent coaching staff that we saw last year in Seattle. Was released back on March 5th. He just wants to play football. I would give him one more shot. It can't hurt you. If he isn't playing well, release him, go get somebody else. Look at the statistics, folks. You don't have to go back that far to see him play at a really high level. How many interceptions is that, folks? That's 14 in a 3-year stretch from 2020 to 2022. Now, I'm not a math guy, but 14 is a pretty good number in that stretch, folks. You look at the coverage stats. Last year wasn't great. Still a hell of a lot better than Adrien Phillips. So, Quandre, come on back. Come on back, my guy. Should the Seahawks sign Adrien Phillips? Let's ask you this question now. S for sign, P for pass. I'm typing P for pass because I want Quandre Diggs. If they end up choosing Adrien Phillips, I'll be okay with it, but it wouldn't be my first choice. Let us know what you think. For continuing off-season coverage, we are your Seahawks off-season headquarters here on Seahawks Today. We're all over training camp. Lock us in. Subscribe now for free, youtube.com/Seahawks TV, and we'll see you next time. All right, halfway home. Mailbag next. Hashtag Seahawks or Super Chat to get on the mailbag portion of the show. Pick a safety, Adrien Phillips or Quandre Diggs. Which one you going with? Type AP for Adrien Phillips. Type QD for Quandre Diggs. Joey Array joins me right now. Joey, was I convincing enough? Are you taking Quandre over Adrien Phillips right now?
I think my laptop just broke from spamming QD. I don't think it's a question. I mean, you just got to look at the stat comparison, and not only just one season, right? But I'm convinced if you'd compare their stats from every season, Quandre's would be better. And he knows this. Obviously, he doesn't know this coaching staff, but he knows how this operation is ran. He knows the city. The fans love him. I think he's a more obvious
He wants
pick.
to be here.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, what do you guys think? If you had to choose Adrien Phillips or Quandre Diggs, checking in the chat now. Gary says Quandre, Lorraine says Quandre, Seth says Quandre, Mark says Quandre Diggs, and hurry up. Dennis says Diggs, Andrew says Diggs, Adam says Diggs, Seth says Diggs.
Has anybody
Marlon
said
says
AP?
Diggs, Manuel says Diggs. I have not seen one
I haven't either.
say Adrien Phillips. You're all in agreement. I have convinced you all enough. All right, Lon, we found one. We found the one guy. Lon says AP, new time. The rest of you had been brainwashed by me. and are going with Quandre Diggs. So I have done my job. I've convinced you all. Lon says, change my mind, Quandre Diggs. So I have convinced you all. Just like that. Just like saying Quandre Diggs as well. And you're saying Quandre Diggs. All right. I think we have a majority there. Super Chat menu. Mailbag coming up in just a bit. Joey, you need some questions. You need people to make your life easier, whether it's people super chatting using the hashtag Seahawks. How can they get involved?
Yeah, I need people to make my life a lot easier. I think we only have 1 or 2 questions right now. So if you guys look, you see that third right after signing Adrien Phillips, Q&A rumors mailbag. We're about to jump into that. What you can do for me is if you have any question at all, a trade proposal, a question about training camp, about the season, about next season, whatever it is, use hashtag Seahawks in the chat. The hashtag, the number sign, Seahawks, followed by your question. Or you can ask the question and then say hashtag Seahawks. But if you just ask the question, I'm not going to be able to see it. So let's make this live stream the best possible. Let's get some more questions in here. I know you guys have questions you want to ask Tyler. So use hashtag Seahawks in the chat, and you might be featured in today's mailbag episode.
Even if you got a question for Joey, we can put that in the mailbag too. Whatever you guys got, hashtag Seahawks or Super Chat. Joey, I think we need at least 4 questions.
I agree.
4 questions. I am putting a minute on the clock. Clock is on, folks. Get your questions in now. Use hashtag Seahawks or Super Chat for the mailbag portion of today's show. We have a lively chat today. I see Marlon, Scott, Lorraine, Andrew, Seth. Get your questions in. I need as many questions as we can. And if you Super Chat, your questions will be priority. We will get to those first. So start sending them in now. Even if you got opinion, give me a hot take or something. Go ahead and throw it my way. I want 4 questions, and then we can start today's mailbag. A minute on the clock. Get your questions in now, and we'll get to that mailbag segment coming up in just a second. Also got a Madden Sim coming up today as well. Seahawks Rams Week 18. The Seahawks got the best of the Rams in the first matchup back in Week 9. Michael, you got to have a space between year and Seahawks. Copy and paste that again, but put a space between year and Seahawks, and then we can put it in. Marlon's got it. Just Life's got it. So that's 2. I need 2 more, then we can start. Anyways, we got a nice win, Week 9 against the Rams. And Joey, I don't know how you're familiar. You are. But the Seahawks, historically speaking, the last few years, have had a very bad track record against the LA Rams. So if we get a season sweep today, win 11 games, that's huge.
That's absolutely massive, especially when you look at how it factors into NFC West standings and just standings in the NFC. Was it a good game the last time we played the Rams?
Yes, it was.
Do you remember what the score was?
I can't remember what the final score was, but I do remember we had a very good game between these two.
Good.
So going for the season sweep. We're playing at SoFi in Los Angeles. I've been to SoFi. That stadium's phenomenal. It doesn't even feel like a football stadium, though. It's a little too bushy.
I've never been. It looks pretty sweet. It looks like that's the kind of my thing with stadiums is I think they're getting too far away from what we originally built the stadium for, which was football. And I think they're getting a little too bougie. I agree with you there.
Yeah, it feels like it's built more for a Taylor Swift concert than it is a football stadium.
Yeah, I agree.
Joey, what are some of your favorite stadiums you've been to?
Ooh, I mean, I got
in any sports.
NFL or college football. Loved Neyland. I got to go to Death Valley as well.
Okay.
That was really
the real
cool.
Death Valley in Baton Rouge.
The real Death Valley. I've seen a game at Wrigley.
Okay, me too.
That's special.
I love Wrigley.
I love Wrigley. This weekend I went to the Rangers game, and I like the aura of the old stadium better, but it's just this new one's so beautiful, and the AC is so nice.
I think the new Ranger Stadium gets a bad rap.
You think so?
I think that it's better than what people think.
I agree. I think it's great. Of course, it doesn't have the same personality yet, but that's because it's brand new. It'll get there.
Give it time. I miss the ribbon around the old stadium. Maybe just the little things like that could help.
I miss the green center field, the patch of just green field. That was awesome.
Let's see. We got enough questions, so we can be in the mailbag in just a moment. I'm trying to think of my favorite stadiums I've been to over the years. Let's see here. I do love AT&T Stadium. I love Arrowhead.
Ooh, I saw a concert in Arrowhead. Never seen a game.
Okay. I've seen a lot of Chief games there over the years. Let's see, where else have I been? I like Wrigley. Camden Yards was one of my favorite stadiums I've been to in Baltimore.
Never been, but it looks awesome.
For my Seattle folk, I love T-Mobile Park, where the Mariners play. That is a great place to watch a baseball game. One time I was at a Mariner game, and they had the roof open, and it started to rain, and they closed the roof in the middle of the game.
That's awesome.
And you would never know it was raining out. Like, they moved it quick, and it made a difference of the world right there. Let's see.
I saw a game at Kyle Field, and
it
was 2 years ago, so I think they're 5-7. And the most impressive thing to me is they're 5-7. It was Thanksgiving weekend, so students were home for Thanksgiving.
Sure.
And there were still 95,000 people there.
Wow.
And I thought that was really special. Not a lot of schools can do that.
Oh, no. Definitely not. Got a couple super chats that we'll answer real quick. Lon with a $2 super chat. Lon, okay, he had a message that followed that we'll include in the mailbag, but we'll go ahead and mention it with the super chat here. Lon, thanks for $2 super chat.
And then do we want to save Dooms for the super chat or for the mailbag segment?
Well, I do it to pay off. I do it to sing the old Macdonald song for
yes,
Doom.
you are right. Let me get that up.
Lon says, Seahawks, who do you think will win the Super Bowl besides KC? Didn't know you were on today. Lon, special edition today. Normally we're not on Mondays, but yours truly is on PTO Wednesday through Friday, so we had to sneak in our live shows. Today and tomorrow, both. Lon, Kansas City, I do see getting back. I think the Ravens are their toughest challenge, the AFC. I think the NFC is kind of wide open. I could see the Niners. I could see the Eagles. And I could see the Falcons potentially getting there.
Interesting.
Those are the teams I'm watching for in the NFC. What do you think, Joey? Who are your Super Bowl contenders, if you will?
Gosh, I think we're shoving the Bengals away a little bit too easy. I think that with a healthy Joe Burrow all season, they could be dangerous.
I think they're going to have some chemistry issues with T. Higgins and Trey Hendrickson trying to get new contracts and leaving town.
Yeah, I think there could be some of those there, but winning solves everything. And so if they go in early and win a couple games, I think that'll all solve itself. I do think the Niners are going to be a pretty stout team again. It's going to be interesting. I'm really interested to see how the Texans are this year. Adding Stephon Diggs, man, what a year they had this year. We're going to see now, can C.J. Stroud put two back-to-back seasons together? I think that's a team to look out for in the AFC.
There you go. Lon, thanks for that super chat. Much appreciated. Doom with a $5 super chat. I'll answer this in the mailbag. Do you think Denver would be willing to trade Drew Sanders if this season? I think he'd be good under Mike Macdonald. Stay tuned, Doom. We'll answer that. I'll give you my full answer in just a moment. Joey, though, if you want to chime in, what do you think?
Do you think Denver would be willing to trade Drew Sanders after this season? I really like Drew Sanders coming out of college.
Arkansas Razorback.
I thought he should have been the SEC Player of the Year. I think Will Anderson's name, obviously, I think Will Anderson's unreal, but if you look at their stats from that year, Drew Sanders had a better year than Anderson did. I think if you switch their stats, Anderson still would have been Player of the Year. I just think his name held a little more weight. The A on his, or the numbers and the script A on his jersey held a little bit more weight. I think Sanders is a really good player, and I think he could fit in McDonald's system for sure.
I would be surprised if they traded him, but I'll touch more on that in just a second. We owe you the old McDonald song, Doom. Joey knows it now, so we will sing accordingly for you. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Old MacDonald had a farm, C-I-E-I-O. There you go, Doom. All right.
I butchered that a little bit.
It's all good. Mailbag time. Get your questions in. We'll go about 8 to 10 minutes here. And then we'll get to our Madden Sim. Continue to get your questions in. If you think of more questions as we go along in this mailbag, use hashtag Seahawks or Super Chat to get on today's show. Without further ado, we will get started. And actually, that should say Rumors mailbag. That's on me. We can take trade out of there.
Gotcha.
Jaden's got a question. We'll include that. All right, cool. I'm ready if you are.
I am ready, my friend.
All right, here we go. Training camp is rolling along, and we are all over it here on this edition of Seahawks Today. We have the latest from Seahawks training camp as we answer your questions on everything you need to know about your Seattle Seahawks with what they're doing out in Renton. We'll catch up to speed coming up in just a matter of moments. Before we do, I want to make sure you're subscribed to the channel and you have your notifications turned on. Look, folks, I'm actually about to take a couple days off. We're still going to bring you content every single day. And if the Seahawks, let's say, make a move or something major happens while I'm away, we're still going to find a way to bring you content. Even if I got to do a show remotely, I don't care. Subscribe now. Turn on notifications. That way you stay up to date and never miss a moment. Hit that noti bell to turn on notifications so you can stay with the latest happenings in your favorite team throughout all the training camp. Your Seahawks headquarters is Seahawks Today. Subscribe now, youtube.com/SeahawksTV. Doom with a $5 super chat. Bang! Says, do you think Denver would be willing to trade Drew Sanders after this season? I think he could be good under Mike Macdonald. I think he could be very good under Mike Macdonald. I was a big fan of his when he was with the Arkansas Razorbacks and think that he'll have a very fine career there with the Denver Broncos. With that said, I would be surprised if he ends up getting dealt just because how good of a player he is, young talent on a rookie contract and everything. That would be a bit of a surprise to me. Granted, I think in order for that to happen, it had to require some crazy, if you will, of, whether it's him getting banged up or the Broncos not being willing to pay him or something. I mean, a few things would have to happen, but I'd be very surprised if he ultimately got traded. But it's a fair question there, Doom. Thanks for sending that in. Seth writes in, what are the chances against our division rivals? It's been the difference from us missing the playoffs. All right, let's go through them one by one. Let's start with Arizona. I don't think the Cardinals are not any threat whatsoever. All right? I think the Cardinals are going to be improved from what they were last year, but they are not to be taken serious at all. There's no reason why the Seahawks shouldn't sweep the Arizona Cardinals. The Rams are in a similar spot to the Seahawks, and some people would say they have a bit of an edge. Now, replacing Aaron Donald is not going to be easy, but they do have a Super Bowl champion quarterback. They have a Super Bowl MVP wide receiver in Cooper Kupp. They got a star receiver in Puka Nacua that's emerging, and their defense is pretty stout, and they have one of the best coaches in football. Rams aren't going away. I think realistically you hope to split with the Rams. And then there's the big behemoth, the San Francisco 49ers, who come into this year as the favorites in the NFC. I think the most likely thing is you get swept by the Niners. You would hope you can split. But realistically, I'm not worried about the division. And let me explain this. Your goal is to make the playoffs this year. Your goal is to win 10-plus games. Honestly, that's probably not good enough to win the NFC West. Next year is when you're focused on winning the NFC West and the NFC. This year is just about trying to get 10-plus, get a wild card spot, get in the playoffs. That's the goal in mind heading into this year. Crabtree, he's sorry. Sorry, Aaron. What are your expectations for Devon Witherspoon this season? Man, we've talked a lot about Devon Witherspoon here on this channel for the last, several months, if you will, throughout the offseason. He's already Mike Macdonald's favorite player. Mike Macdonald called him the smartest football player he's ever seen before. Devon Witherspoon, I think the sky's the limit for this guy. He was the number 5 overall pick for a reason. They're going to use him in a nickelback role. The idea is that he's similar to what Kyle Hamilton was for the Baltimore Ravens last year. And you look at the statistics that he put up last year. Think about this. Those are really good numbers. It was a Pro Bowl season for him, and that was with missing 3 games, including the very first one of last year. And that's also with missing part of training camp. Remember, he was holding out? Well, now he's going to be around for everything. He's had a great offseason. He's on Mike Macdonald's good side, and he's made it a personal goal. He wants to play in every single game this season. I think he will. I think it's not without of the question for Devon Witherspoon in year 2 to be an all-pro caliber player, to be competing for Defensive Play of the Year. I know that sounds like a lot, but I don't think it's out of the question. I am very optimistic you're going to like what you see from Devon Witherspoon. Do you believe in Devon Witherspoon? Let us know what you think. Type B for believe, D for don't. How are you feeling about Devon Witherspoon? Chime in. The Boz writes in. I love the Boz. Legend himself. Salute. What role do you envision for Jaxon Smith-Njigba this season? The Boz, very good question. You know, it's interesting. If you asked 5 people this question, you might get 5 different answers on what their role would be for JSN. Some people think that he should be a deep threat. Some people think he should be a possession receiver. Some people think he can be the best receiver on this Seahawks team. Others think that he's the number 3 guy behind Tyler Lockett and DK. But you came to me for this question, so I'll tell you what I think. I think that JSN, I think you mix him and match him a bit between putting him on the outside and putting him on the inside. Try to find a happy medium and try to move him around everywhere. Make him a defensive back's nightmare, if you will, for a guy that can do both things. And he's a better vertical threat than he's given credit for. He was at his best last year when he was a vertical threat, so I'm looking for that. I also think that there's no reason why he shouldn't pass Tyler Lockett up on the depth chart to be the Seahawks' number 2 receiver. I think he should be that guy. His catch total was very similar to DK's last year. Only had a few less catches. Didn't have the yardage that DK did. I think JSN, there's no reason why he shouldn't have over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, 70-plus catches. I think JSN goes off this year and becomes the guy the Seahawks were looking for with that number 20 overall pick that they used on him last year. Is JSN better than Tyler Lockett right now? Hot take? I think he is. I'm buying all the stock on JSN right now. Are you doing the same? That's not a knock on Tyler Lockett. I love Tyler. Don't get me wrong. He's one of my favorite Seahawks ever. The torch is getting passed, though, folks. Y for yes, N for no. Let us know if JSN is better than Tyler Lockett right now. Byron Murphy jerseys on sale now. Add a 9 to that 1, and you can get yours at chatsports.com/Murphy. Got the home jersey, the road jersey, the alternate throwback uniform, and we have free shipping available as well. Go to chatsports.com/Murphy to get yours today. The link is in the comments and description of today's video. Also, at that link, chatsports.com/Murphy, you can see all of the other Seahawks gear we're selling as well. Go check it out. See for yourself. Chatsports.com/Murphy to get yours today. Got time for a few more questions here. Let's start with Chad. Chad wants to know, who is a cut candidate from other teams that would be a fit here? That is a very good question, Chad, when it comes to cut candidates that could be a potential fit around the NFL. Right off the top of my head, of just names that come to mind for you here, I'm looking at the linebacker spot. Go to the Chargers. Chris Rumpf could be a possibility. If you're looking defensive end, maybe Peyton Turner from the New Orleans Saints could be a possibility. Those are the 2 guys that come to mind immediately. I know some people are going to bring up the name James Bradbury from the Philadelphia Eagles at the corner spot. I don't think the Seahawks are in the corner market necessarily, although one could argue that Bradbury might be an upgrade from Trey Brown or Mike Jackson, but those are the names I'd look out for. Marshawn Lattimore, also certainly a possibility, kind of for the same reasons we talked about with James Bradbury, that although he could be cut by his team he's on now, you might think of that as an upgrade from Brown or Jackson potentially, but we'll see as far as that goes. Last one, Just Life wants to know, what is one team that is overrated and one team that is underrated? A very good question. I'm very high on the Atlanta Falcons. I think they're underrated. I think they'll win the NFC South and will be a contender for the NFC this year. I think with what they added with Cousins, with their receivers, and I think Kyle Pitts is going to step up. Bijan Robinson's going to step up. That offense is going to be fantastic. I think the Falcons are an underrated team. An overrated team, the Buffalo Bills. Sell everything in the Buffalo Bills. My hot take, and we can check the tape on this after the season ends, but my hot take is that the Bills win less than 10 games, miss the playoffs, Sean McDermott gets fired. I think Sean McDermott's a fraud. I wouldn't want him as the head coach of my team. I thought he should have been fired last year. What has he done? What has he done with all that talent, a franchise quarterback, and they have not even won an AFC championship game? Sean McDermott's got to get out of here. Thank God he's not the Seahawks head coach. I'll take Mike Macdonald, even though he's never coached a game over Sean McDermott anyway. So there's your answer there. Subscribe now to Seahawks Today. Turn on notifications. Stay up to date with your Seattle Seahawks. We got you covered. YouTube.com/Seahawks TV. All right. Madden Sim time. Seahawks and Rams. Week 18 in the NFL coming up next. Joey, what do you think about my take there on Sean McDermott?
I don't disagree. I would honestly lead more towards, I think Josh Allen's a bit part of the problem as well.
Yeah, you could argue that too.
I think it kind of goes twofold with both of them. I think I don't think one's more responsible than the other. I think Josh Allen's great. I think he's super talented. There's not many people who can do the things he can do on the football field, but I just think he lacks a little bit of awareness, lacks a little bit of, I don't know, just common sense. He makes dumb throws. He makes big mistakes. And is he a winner when it comes to the clutch moments? Who knows? It doesn't help that he's had to go against Patrick Mahomes in a lot of those, but I think he's a little overrated as well. I'm selling with Buffalo though as well.
Is JSN better than Tyler Lockett right now? Just Life says no, but in 5 years, yes. I would hope in 5 years Tyler Lockett's going to be retired by then. Jordan says yes. Watermelon Cat says yes. Cody says yes. Lon is saying, Joey, no hints on the Madden simulation except the weather. Can you give the weather forecast for Lon?
Hey, Lon, it's in Los Angeles, California. I'll let you draw your conclusions on what the weather's going to be.
Now, what Lon brings up a good point, though. Although you could probably figure that out. It's always sunny in Los Angeles for the most part. Although yours truly, I kid you not, my last 3 trips to Southern California, it has rained at some point.
Okay.
One time at SoFi, nonetheless. I was in a lightning delay at SoFi one time when I saw the Chargers and Raiders play. But even with that said, one misconception about SoFi, people think, oh, you're playing in a dome. Wrong. You're playing in a carport.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's no way to cover that thing. So that's why they'll never host like an NCAA Final Four, because it has to be completely closed off.
Didn't they host Georgia TCU?
College football.
Oh, NCAA. Yes, I got you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's one thing that, that's my one gripe with AT&T Stadium and the Rangers Stadium is they don't open the roof enough.
Yes.
Especially, I get it with the Rangers because it's hot all summer.
I mean, how's God supposed to watch his favorite football team?
Exactly. Like, the Cowboys, AT&T has an awesome roof. I went to a game there, the Thursday night game against Washington, my senior year of high school, and the roof was open, and it was awesome. I think that needs to be done more. They had the glass open on the sides. It was beautiful.
Is JSN better than Tyler Lockett right now? Joey, I want to say yes. I hope that's a yes. But I'm not completely sold yet. I hope that's the case. How do you feel comparing the two receivers at the moment?
I think it's hard. I think one's on the tail end of his career, and obviously one's just at the beginning of his career. I think one's more talented. One definitely has a higher ceiling with where he's at now, but I don't know if Jaxon Smith-Njigba has done enough to say that he's better than Tyler Lockett is. And that's kind of where I sit right now. That could easily change 4 weeks into the season. But I don't know if JSN's done enough to dethrone Tyler Lockett just quite yet.
Okay, fair enough. Our Madden Sim coming up in just a moment. Joey, I don't know the outcome, but I can promise you this. Just because we could be behind in the second half does not mean we're just going to drop out and give up and be kicked to the curb.
Amen.
We don't give up. We're not quitters around here.
Even if they've got the ball on the 5-yard line 2 times in 5 seconds, we're not giving up.
Even if they pressure us and they send people and threaten us and say, you're too old, you're too senile, you can't do this any longer, we're going to hang in there.
Amen.
We're going to hang in there, folks, in the second half of this game, no matter what happens. We will not give up on you. We will not give up on the 12s.
We will not drop out of this game.
We will not drop out.
It took me a little while to get where you're going there,
yes.
But I got it.
All right, folks. Madden Sim, Week 18, Seahawks and Rams. Coming up next, we also are still taking your Super Chats as well. We already did our mailbags. The only way you can get on the show now is by sending a Super Chat. And when we drink, we score. We drink, we win. So do your part. First-time Super Chatters get the Seahawks chant. $5 Super Chat, old Macdonald song. $10 Super Chat, we'll take down some shots. $20 Super Chat, we'll do $25 Super Chat, do a beer bong. $50 Super Chat, I will play you in College Football 25. No one has taken me up on that yet. I would love to change that, and we'll love to see if I can get any challengers potentially as far as that goes. Let's get this thing started. We'll head out to SoFi now for week number 18 in the NFL. Seahawks and Rams starts right now. It's almost over. It is week 18 of the National Football League season. Your Seattle Seahawks looking for win number 11 on the year as they take on the Los Angeles Rams. Tyler Jones here with you. Appreciate you joining us. Heading into today's game, we already know the Seahawks are in the postseason. But now they would like to make sure that they put themselves in the best position going into the playoffs. We're not sitting our starters today. We're going all gas, no brakes to make sure we head into the playoffs next week with momentum and put our best foot forward, if you will, on the road against the division rival here. I could not be more pumped about this. The Rams are a slight favorite today with a 2-point favorite they are. Seahawks 2-point underdog. The Rams have been playing better the last few weeks. The Seahawks got the best of the Rams in the matchup back on week 9 in Seattle. The over-under at 46.5 for today's game. So who do you got? You going with the Seahawks or are you going with the Rams? Type C for Seahawks. Type LAR for Rams. Let us know. Get your predictions in the comments section below. My key to victory for Seattle today, it comes down to stopping Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp is on his way to being one of the all-time greats. I think he's got a chance to be a Hall of Famer someday. He's already a Super Bowl MVP. And he has been a problem over the years for the Seahawks to cover. Watch out. Got to slow down Cooper Kupp. Do what you can to take him away. If you do that, you'll be in good shape today. The NFC West standings heading into today's matchup. This Seahawks-Rams game is the last game of the weekend. And the Niners won the division. The Rams still fighting at this point with an 8-8 record. The Cardinals at 5-12, although it looks like the Rams are ultimately going to miss the playoffs. That sets up the NFC playoff picture to look like this. The Seahawks at 10-6, the Lions at 10-7. You can see there, you would not want to be in a tiebreaker situation between those two. The Cowboys at 12-5, they hold wild card number 1. They've locked that in. The Packers at 11-6, Falcons at 12-5. Niners at 13-4, the Eagles at 14-3. In all likelihood, we will get a Seahawks-Falcons playoff game coming up later on this week. We'll see how today goes first. Predict the score. You going with the Seahawks or are you going with the Rams? Let us know who you think wins, what the final score is. Get your predictions in the comments section right now. So far, this is how our Madden season has gone. You can see it has been quite the roller coaster of a season. But really in the second half of the year, the Seahawks really just clicked it in gear with the way that they've played down the stretch with wins against the Cardinals. You had back-to-back losses against the Jets and Cardinals, but riding a 3-game winning streak heading into today before we head to the NFC wildcard, and then the preseason will be here before we know it. So now, let's head out to SoFi Stadium in Inglewood for the Seahawks and the Rams in this NFC West showdown, Week 18 of the National Football League. Here we go. Tyler Jones here with you, joined by my partner in crime, Joey Peterson, hanging out with us on the ones and twos today. Joey, you delivered us a win last week on Christmas against the Chicago Bears. Now we're in for another good one here today.
I think we are. I think anytime you're playing a division rival, it's going to be a good one. Last game of the season. Chance to keep that momentum going into the playoffs. Going back to your keys, last time you played L.A., were you able to stop Cooper Kupp?
Stopped him enough.
Okay.
He played all right, but not bad, but not great either. Slowed him down just enough.
Okay, that's good.
So if we do that again today, then I feel like we're in really good shape. We'll see how this goes. A beautiful day in Los Angeles. We had Lon in the chat concerned about the weather in sunny L.A. I can tell you it's A-okay there in the carport. Seahawks in white, the Rams in their home blue uniforms. Spam S in the chat. Joey's going to shout out all the S's. We want to see as many S's as we can. for this next minute of Seahawks football. Shout them out. Let's get this thing going. Seahawks, Rams from Inglewood. Week 18 in the NFL. The players are ready. The coaches are ready. We hope you are too. As we bring you Seahawks football live on Madden. Going for win number 11. And we are underway. The Rams will start with the football first. They bring it out of their own end zone. Past the 20, past the 25, and down to the 28-yard line. That is where the Los Angeles Rams will start today for their first possession. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense. They have plenty of weapons there in L.A. when you look at Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, Tyler Higbee, Williams in the backfield, Atwell as well. When I look at this team, Joey, this is a sneaky good offense there in L.A.
Yeah, I think that, Stafford had a lot of trouble with injuries last year, and I think a lot of people kind of are writing him off for this season. We didn't get to see him with a full season with Puka Nacua. And so I think getting to see that this year, having Cooper Kupp back for the entire season, possibly fully healthy, I think the Rams could enter right back into the NFC playoff picture in a big way.
First play and already an injury for Los Angeles after a 5-yard gain. Jackson is down after a 5-yard pickup. And that'll mean 2nd and 5 coming up from the 33.
In the season last year, how did the Seahawks fare against L.A.?
Seahawks got swept by the Rams last season.
Any close games?
Very close.
Good.
Lost week 1 and then later in the year as well. Stafford pass to Atwell, and he is just short. That'll be 3rd and inches. Type those threes. Type those threes. Lon's asking about when I'm going to run a 5K. I already promised it'll happen before the season begins. Before the NFL season begins, the 5K will be happening. 3rd and inches. And going to be a handoff to Williams, and he's got a first down, 4-yard gain. And the Rams keep the chains moving down to the 42-yard line. Tackle made by Jenkins. And that'll bring up a new set of downs for L.A.
Looked like we only rushed 5 there for some reason.
Yeah, not great. So 1st and 10, ball at the 42. And play action, Stafford pass finds Nacua open in the middle of the field. And a big gain there down to the 29-yard line. A 29-yard gain to Puka Nacua. Rick Wallen on the tackle. If you're going to let them do that, I'll take that every time.
Yeah, it's been pretty easy so far. I'm kind of confused on the defensive play and only rushing 4 on 3rd and inches, giving them time, having guys wide open down the middle of the field. I think, but hey, we saw this last time against the Bears last week. They scored in their first drive pretty easy. I trust Macdonald making adjustments after this.
All right, 1st and 10 for L.A. Play action, Stafford, pass to the middle of the field, finds his man open. That's Cooper Kupp, and he's got a first down. Down to the 14-yard line, and there is the guy we talked about at the top of the show. Cooper Kupp, cannot let him get hot. Second tackle made there by Rick Wallen. 1st and 10, ball at the 14. Stafford to the end zone, incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 now. Ball at the 14-yard line.
Pete Carroll still on the sidelines.
Pete Carroll's still there, but we're running Mike Macdonald's offense and defense. Rosters are updated. We got as close as we could, obviously. Kupp with the reception, makes one man miss, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. What are we talking about? You said you had to contain Cooper Kupp. He's got 2 catches, scored a touchdown in the opening drive.
Yeah, obviously, McDaniels did not listen to you.
And clearly not.
That, we need some, McDonald. And because of that, we need some FLARs in the chat, guys. This was not an acceptable first drive. We needed to let Los Angeles know that.
FLA! Get those in the chat. Extra point attempt up and good. And the Rams take a 7-0 lead. 7 plays, 72 yards in 2 minutes and 16 seconds on the opening possession. Now we'll see what the Seahawks can do with their first offensive drive of the day. 3:39 to play in the first quarter. Seahawks down 7-0. Tyler Jones, Joey Peterson here with you.
How you feeling after that first drive?
Not great.
I'm not either.
Not great. I know you don't have to win today, Joey, but I want to be going into next week playing my best football.
Yeah, it makes it 4 straight if you win today. I think, especially not getting that bye, if you're going to go in the playoffs, you want to go in on a win. And they've got the opportunity to do that today, not starting off the best.
Eskridge returns it down to the 23-yard line, and that's where we'll see Geno Smith and the Seahawks offense for their first possession of the day. Joey, let's see this team establish the run. Let's see them ground and pound. You don't have to face Aaron Donald anymore. Go at him.
Yeah, I think that's the big key. You don't have to face Aaron Donald anymore. That helps the pass. That helps the run. That helps in every single inch of the offensive football game. So let's see if they can establish something with Kenneth Walker III. We saw him have a great game last game.
Oh, he was fantastic. He got injured last game and still came back and played well. 1st and 10. 3:35 to go in the first. Smith steps back. Going deep. Got a man open. Incomplete. Intended for DK Metcalf. Could have been a touchdown. Slightly overthrown there. I like the play call. Just barely missed him.
I do. I like, hey, let's be aggressive. We let them score pretty quickly. Let's go out there and show them, hey, we're here to win this game. And it was almost connection for a touchdown.
2nd and 10. Ball to 23. And this time, a handoff to Walker. Loose ball. Fumble. And the Seahawks fall on it. Loss of 3 yards. That'll be 3rd and 13, and the Seahawks got lucky there.
Jeez Louise, you couldn't really ask to start a game much worse than this.
This is not good, folks. 3rd and 13, like the video, convert on 3rd down. Geno scrambles on the run. Finds a man open. Tyler Lockett, one man to beat. Can he get there? Yes, he does. Touchdown, Seahawks. Geno Smith on the run. Throws it off his back foot and finds Tyler Lockett open for 6 on 3rd and long. Spam TD. Spam TD. Show us those TDs. Let's go. Let's go. What a play. What a play. How about that start, Joey? What a response.
Wow. I was not expecting that, especially after how those first couple of plays went. But he finds him in stride, rolling to his left. What a throw there from Geno.
Unbelievable. That's his best touchdown pass of the season. We're all knotted up at 7 apiece with 2:50 to go in the first quarter. How about Ryan Grubb getting aggressive there with 2 big shots in the first 3 plays?
I think that's huge. I think it's great getting Tyler Lockett started as well. Look at that. He heard our last segment. He said, hey, Jason's not
I'm here too. Spam TD. I'm shouting out all the TDs. Spam them in the chat right now. Kickoff down to the 1-yard line. Past the 25 to the 28. That is where the Rams will take over. Just Life typing TD. Dave. Caleb. David says, hell yes. Lon says, crossbody, back foot, long throw. Come on. Get on with your bad self.
I could get used to seeing that. That might be the best throw I've seen from any Madden stream all season long, all off season long.
And that was Geno Smith, folks. 1st and 10 for LA. Ball to 28. Stafford pass. Finds Nacua open. A 3-yard reception. That's Terrell Dodson on the tackle. And that'll bring up 2nd and 7 now.
You think Stafford's a Hall of Famer?
I think he's close.
Yeah.
I think by the time he's done, he will be.
Okay.
2:15 to go in the first. Stafford, play action. Steps up in the pocket. Pass complete. And a nice pickup there by Cooper Kupp. He was wide open, made one man miss, and the Rams are down to the 41-yard line. The third catch of the day for 57 yards for Cooper Kupp. You know, we got a lot of people with these fantasy football championships this week. If they got Cooper Kupp, they're already off to a good start to winning their fantasy title.
Yeah, they are. I think he was probably taken pretty high in a lot of drafts, and I think it's paying off for him. And they listen to your key takeaways. They're like, oh, God, please do not stop him.
All right. Type stop. Spam stop. Pass complete. 3-yard loss. That's Jerome Baker on the tackle.
I love the neck brace. I hope that makes a bigger comeback into football. I think it's sweet.
Yeah. You look like a grown man with a neck brace.
You look like a badass with a neck brace. That's what you look like.
Type stop. Joey's shouting at everybody that spam stop.
Lorraine,
Stafford.
I see you spam stop.
Pass complete. Who else is joining Lorraine? Who wants to shout out right now? Spam stop.
Lorraine, I love it. Keep spamming it. Keep spamming it. Everybody keep spamming stop. We need to stop right here. We need to stop right here.
1st and 10. 40 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Handoff. And that's going to be a 2-yard pickup by Williams. 25 seconds left to play in the first.
I see you, Caleb. I see you, Lorraine, again. I see you, Caleb and Lorraine. You guys are carrying this chat on your back right now.
They're doing their part. Who's going to join them?
Marlon's calling out a fumble.
Spam stop for a shout-out.
Tomatoes.
Stop behind the line. A big play made by the safety, Julian Love. And that will do it for quarter number 1. We're all knotted up at 7 apiece. The Rams with the football, and they're driving. Second quarter when we come back. 3rd and 10. Type those threes. Type those threes. 3rd down. Stafford. Pass. Almost intercepted. Through the hands of Devon Witherspoon. And that's going to bring up 4th down. That was close.
That was close. Nonetheless, that was massive. They were looking like they weren't going to be stopped that drive.
So here comes a field goal unit for Los Angeles. From the 24-yard line, field goal goes up and knocks it through. The Rams take a 10-7 lead here in the second quarter. The way the Rams are moving the football, I can live with giving up 3 there.
No, 100%. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than that. And we got a couple stops, got some good tackles behind the line when we needed to.
Spam C. Spam C for Seahawks. We're shouting at everybody that spams C. I want to flood the chat right now. Break the chat record.
We got Caleb and Lorraine still spamming stop. I love it.
I want to see as many stops as possible over this next minute. Here's the kickoff. To the end zone. That'll be a touchback. The Seahawks will start off with the football at the 25-yard line. An opening drive touchdown to Tyler Lockett on the Seahawks' last possession. An 80-yard touchdown score, the longest touchdown pass of the season from Geno Smith. Caleb typing C. Just Life. Caleb. Lorraine. Lon.
Chris.
Caleb. Chris. Keep spamming C. Alexander. Dave. Caleb. Chris. Caleb. Play action. Geno rolls to his right. Going deep again.
Man,
just a bit too far that time. They are being aggressive.
The nuts on Grubb right now.
2nd and 10.
Have you seen this aggression yet in any of
No, this is new. Balls to the walls. 2nd and 10. Play action. Smith on the run. Pass. Finds his man open. Complete. First down. Seahawks. Tyler Lockett with another big gain. Type those ones. Type those ones. What a start for Tyler Lockett today. And the Seahawks keep the chains moving as they're across midfield.
Man, who'd have thought Geno on the run? He's dead accurate.
Dropping dimes. Dave says grub nuts. Play action. Geno under pressure, gets the pass away, and it's incomplete. Heavy pressure there, almost sacked. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
The former Vol there, Byron Young.
Yes. The other Byron Young. 2nd and 10. Ball to 43. Smith. Screen pass, complete to Walker. Makes one man miss. And he's going to get about 4 yards that time. It'll be 3rd and 6. Ball at the 39 with 5 minutes to go here in quarter 2. 3rd down. Like the video, convert on 3rd down. 3rd down. Come on, offense. Just outside of field goal range for Jason Myers. Smith steps back, pass, finds his man open, complete. And that's who else? Tyler Lockett again. He's just short. It'll be 4th and inches. Go for it. Go for it.
How is that not a first down?
I've been tempted to challenge that. They do.
I like it. Those grub nuts coming out again with the challenge.
All right, Joey, do your best Gene Steratore here. What do we see?
You see, he does catch the ball, and his body's behind the line. Originally, the ball is not, but that second effort, it looks like he crosses that first down line. I think this will be a first down, Tyler.
All right, let's see. And it's overturned. First down, Seahawks. Joey, 1 for 1 as rules analyst today. Gene Steratore, hot seat.
Yeah, give me half his contract. I'll be fine.
He'll work for half. Type those ones. First down, Seattle. Screen pass, complete. DK with a 7-yard pickup down to the 25-yard line, 2nd and 3. I don't know about you, Joey, but as I've been playing college football 25 the last couple of days, I've been reminded how important the short passing game is.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's something I kind of get used to, having watched Coach Heupel for the past couple of years. All he does is bubble screens, it seems like. But no, it's absolutely massive, and it gives you short second downs like you see right there.
Kenneth Walker with another first down. Type those ones again. Keep them going. Lon giving you a shout out on your replay review. Says, nice, Joey, with lots of Y's.
Hey, thanks, Lon. I do it for you, man.
Man of the people. 1st and 10 for Seattle. 3:10 to play the second quarter. Seahawks try to take the lead. Smith pass, complete. That's a 6-yard pickup to Jaxon Smith-Njigba, and that puts the Seahawks inside the Fanatics red zone. Byron Murphy jerseys on sale now. Go to chatsports.com/Murphy to get yours today. Free shipping available as well. 2nd and 4. 2:40 to go here in quarter 2. Seahawks down by 3, trying to take the lead with a touchdown score. Smith pass, that's complete. And he stretches forward. A.J. Barner's got a first down. Type those ones.
What a methodical drive right here.
They've earned everything.
Yeah, they have. Completely different from that first drive, but hey, I'll take it. Hopefully same result.
First and 10. Last play before the 2-minute warning. Walker bounces to his right, nowhere to go. And that'll bring us to the 2-minute mark. Seattle down 10-7. With 2nd and 10 coming up, a chance to take the lead here on this possession. Byron Murphy jerseys on sale now. Get yours today. Chatsports.com/Murphy. Free shipping available. Link is in the comments and description of today's video. Get yours today. Chatsports.com/Murphy. Back to the action. Joey, I feel like going towards the half. We got to get 7 here.
I think so too. 3 won't kill you, but you really do want 7, especially with how good this offense has looked.
Smith rolls to his right. Pass on the run. Complete. Finds Noah Fant. A 4-yard gain, and they'll bring up 3rd and 6. Like the video. Convert on 3rd down. 1:40 to go here in the second quarter. Lon's calling for a fade to DK or JSN. Find a hole in the zone. We'll see what they dial up here. Play clock down to 5. They get the play off and incomplete. The Rams sent heavy pressure, and that will bring on the field goal unit for the Seahawks, and they'll have to settle for the tie. So a methodical drive for the Seahawks. Gets stopped at the 7, and they will have to settle for a field goal. Up and good. We wanted 7 there, but still better to take something than nothing. You got a tie football game getting close to halftime.
100%, especially with looking how good this Rams offense is looking so far. You'll take all the points you can. Of course, you want 7, but I think right now, wipe the field goal and just focus on getting off the field with a tie ball game going into halftime.
All right. So the Rams are about to get the football back. They have all 3 timeouts. So crucial here to not give up anything. Now would be a great time for a turnover. Let's see what they can come up with.
Yeah, I mean, turnover would be great, but really I think you can't get too greedy here. You just got to hey, let's hold it down. Let's get in tied. Especially with, how good this offense has looked. They've kind of driven down the field easily these past 2 drives.
Out of the end zone for a touchback. Rams will get the football at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, 1:15 to go till halftime. A very good game so far in this NFC West showdown. The Seahawks already have clinched a playoff spot. They're trying to go for win number 11 today. Likely facing the Atlanta Falcons next week. Pass almost intercepted. Kobe Bryant through his hands. Pressure was there. So close that time, Joey.
Yeah, that's one you want to see get picked. Obviously, you're going to be happy that nothing big happened there. But, man, that could have changed the entire game.
2nd and 10 now. Ball at the 25-yard line. Rams going empty set. Stafford pass. And it's caught. 6-yard gain. Down to the 31. Clock rolling. Final minute. Timeout LA with 31 at the 31-yard line. Type those threes. Type those threes. 3rd down. Get a 3 and out right now. You get all 3 timeouts. Chance to take the lead before the half.
100%. I don't even know. That wasn't even something I was thinking about too much because I didn't know about 3 and out. But, man, this would be ideal. Great coverage there in that last play, too.
3rd and 4. Stafford pass. And that's complete. Draymond Jones is down. Not what the doctor ordered there. Injury timeout. Draymond Jones throws his helmet on the sideline as he gets banged up there, and the Rams have a new set of downs. Ball to 36.
Just haven't been able to get off the field on 3rd down.
And I don't mind him showing a little emotion there. He didn't hurt anybody or anything. He's just a little frustrated.
He's no OBJ.
Yeah. Stafford pass, complete. And that's a 1st down. Puka Nacua with the reception, and the Rams are to midfield.
Stafford 12 for 14 with 156 passing yards on the day so far.
He's been on one. First and 10 and a timeout at midfield.
Also,
10-10 our score. Go ahead, Joey.
In the break, this last game against the Rams went to overtime, and Seahawks won 19-13, but it was 13-13 going into overtime.
That's right. Here we go. Ball at midfield. 31 seconds to go till half. Stafford pass. And that's another completion. This time it's Tutu Atwell to the 36. Clock is running. 20 seconds. Rams with only 1 timeout. Surprised they're not going to hurry up here.
Clock management definitely skeptical from McVay.
Clock down to 5. And now they use the timeout? Sean McVay, what are you doing?
He's doing his hair. He wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. That is a huge miss there by the Rams. Now they're going to have to kick it.
You think they try for the kick?
I think they have to. Yeah, they're going for the kick here. For the lead before the half. Puts it up. And he missed it. No good. And that was close.
Hey, we'll take it.
2 seconds still remaining before the halftime break. We'll see if the Seahawks let the clock run out or if they throw a prayer. Who do you got? Seahawks or Rams? Type C for Seahawks, LAR for Rams. They're going to the shotgun. Smith. Going deep. And incomplete. That'll take us to the half. All knotted up at 10 apiece. The Seahawks will get the football first when we begin half number 2. You're watching Seahawks football live on Madden. Halftime in Los Angeles. We got a good one on our hands here, folks. Who do you got? Type C for Seahawks, LAR for Rams. Let us know who you think is going to pull this one out. While we wait on the second half to begin, let's tell you about a couple things we got going on today. Let's begin with our Byron Murphy jerseys that are on sale now. Chatsports.com/Murphy is where you can get these today. As he's wearing the number 91. We got the home jersey, got the road jersey, got the alternate throwback uniforms. Go see for yourself. Chatsports.com/Murphy. The link is in the comments and description of today's video. Get yours today. Folks, want to make sure you subscribe to Seahawks Today. We're doing Madden Sims for every single Seahawks game this season. We're already through 18 weeks. We know the Seahawks are going to the playoffs. We'll have a playoff stream for you here on the channel, so stay tuned for that, for a playoff matchup that we'll bring you coming up in just a bit. Subscribe now. We'll have watch parties for every Seahawks game this season as well. YouTube.com/Seahawks TV to subscribe now for free. Start of the third quarter. Opening kickoff. Fielded down to the 22-yard line. Tyler Lockett, what a half for him, Joey. 3 catches, 118 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, fantastic half. But unfortunately, on the other side of the football, you got a guy like Kupp having the pretty much same exact half as he is. What do you think some halftime adjustments need to be for this Seahawks offense and defense?
Offense, I want to see them run the football.
Yeah.
They have not really run the ball much today. Defense, it comes back to what we talked to at the top. Got to take away Cooper Kupp. First and 10 for Seattle. Start of quarter 3. Ball to 22-yard line. All nutted up at 10 apiece. And they go to the ground. Kenneth Walker, first down and more. Past the 40. Down to the 41-yard line. Walker with 4 carries for 24 yards today. And that's another Seahawks.
First down.
Type those ones. Type K9. Type K9. Let him eat. Walk the dog. Walker on the run. He's going to get about 3 yards there. The Seahawks go to the ground game for their first 2 plays of half number 2. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Hey, listen to your halftime adjustments.
So far, so good. Empty set. Smith going deep. Pass intended for Noah Fant that time. And that will bring up third down. How do I feel about the time of possession?
Tight end position.
Oh, tight end position. Not great. I like Noah Fant, but I want to see him used more properly. I got question marks about the guys behind him. We'll see. 3rd and 7. Like the video, convert on 3rd down. Smith steps back. Finds a man open. Speaking of the tight end position, there's the rookie, A.J. Barner, with a big gain. And the Seahawks keep the drive alive. First down, Seattle. Type those ones. Type those ones. What a jump by A.J. Barner to hold that in.
Yeah, and the ability to keep running, too, when his feet hit the ground. Absorb contact, keep it going, get a little yak.
2 catches for 43 yards for Bonner, and the Seahawks are inside the Fanatics red zone. 1st and 10. Type those ones. They run it with Walker now. And Walker going to get 2 yards down to the 14-yard line. 2nd and 8 coming up. 4:05 to go in the third. Single back formation. This time going to be a handoff to Walker. And he's going to get about 4 yards that time. 3rd and 4. Like the video, convert on 3rd down. Seahawks with a chance to take the lead this drive. No turnovers here, folks.
It's a huge 3rd down right here. This could set the tone for the rest of this half.
3rd down. Geno pass, complete, 1st down. Type those ones. Type those ones. 1st and goal for the Seahawks. Down to the 6-yard line. The 2nd catch of the day from Kenneth Walker III. Big play there for the Seahawks. They keep the drive alive. 3 minutes to go in the third. 1st and goal. Play action. Geno rolls to his left, going to the end zone. And DK could not get both feet down. That'll bring up 2nd and goal.
What are you doing here right now? 2nd and goal. You got about, 7 yards to go? What play are you calling?
Oh, I'm looking for a bubble screen.
Okay.
2nd and 6. Ball to 6. Geno finds a man open. JSN down to the 1. I think that was a spaces play.
Yeah, I think so too. You saw them bunch formation on the left.
I call fullback dive here on 3rd and goal.
You like the fullback situation?
Give it to the big fella. Let him eat. It's not going to be that, though. 3rd and goal at the 1. Handoff to Walker to the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. And Seattle takes the lead for the first time today. Spam TD. Spam TD. Show us those TDs. Let's go. Let's go. Joey's going to shout out all the TDs in the chat. Let's go. Seahawks back on top.
Keep spamming TD, everybody. Keep spamming TD. We need you. We need you. Spam TD. I'm seeing nobody so far. I'm seeing Seahawks today.
Extra point attempt up and good. Seattle leads it 17-10 with 2:18 to go in the third.
Caleb Tizon, I see you spamming TD. I see you, Chris Johnson. Caleb, keep it going. Chris, keep it going. I'm seeing you both. Caleb, come on. Everybody, keep spamming TD. We need y'all, guys. We just took the lead. Come on, spam TD. Chris Johnson, I see you. Caleb Tizon, I see you as well. Guys, Chris and Caleb, man, y'all's backs must be absolutely hurting from carrying this chat right now. Lon says, not hot enough for my TDs today. Lon, I need you to spam a TD, my friend. Lorraine Salazar, I see you in the chat. Spamming TD as well.
How about that? Returned out to the 21. That's where the Rams will start. And now, Joey, after trailing or being tied, your first lead of the day, you've put all the pressure on Los Angeles now.
Yeah, you put all the pressure on them. It's their home ball game. They've got a lot more to play for than you do. And now you're going to see, okay, we made a good stop on the second half of the field and forced them to a field goal. Can we keep that going in last time they had the ball for a good amount of time?
17-10, Seattle leading. Stafford pass, wide open, complete to Cooper Kupp, and the Rams are across midfield down to the 43. That wasn't great. So the Rams keep the chains moving across midfield. As we'll have a 1st and 10, ball to the 43-yard line. Julian Love with his first tackle of the day. 1:50 to go here in the third. Rams going 4 wide. Stafford going to hand it off. And there's a 7-yard gain to Kyren Williams. Dodson with the tackle.
Just Life is calling an interception right here.
No turnovers for either team today. Ball at the 36. They missed a field goal from the 36 earlier. Stafford, play action, going deep to the end zone. Almost intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins got a hand on it, but couldn't bring it in. And that was close.
It's almost an awesome call right there from just life.
So 3rd down. Type those threes. Type those threes. 3rd down. This time going to be a handoff to Kyren Williams. He's got a 1st down and more. Inside the Fanatics red zone, down to the 18-yard line. With under a minute remaining in the 3rd, the Rams try to tie it up here.
I mean, it's just the same story as it has been all game. Can't get off the field on 3rd down. That's kind of just been what's killing us.
Dodson with the tackle. 1st and 10.
Jaden Toledo says Byron Murphy is a fruit cup.
Ouch. Pressure brought down. Jerome Baker with his 1st sack of the day. Spam sack. Spam sack. What a play by Jerome Baker. A loss of 7 down to the 25. Needed that.
Did need that. That's absolutely massive right here. Okay, now 2nd and 17. Let's not let them chip away with an 8-yard gain right here. Let's keep it close.
Final play of the 3rd. Williams on the run, and he's brought down. It'll be 3rd and 13 from the 21 when we start quarter number 3. You're watching Seahawks football live on Madden. 4th quarter time. Shot sale for the rest of this game. $5 shots. When we drink, we score. We drink, we win. 3rd down. Type those threes. Stafford, pass, complete. Finds Cooper Kupp open for a short gain. Julian Love on the tackle. And that'll bring up 4th and 8 in decision time for L.A.
What do you think they do here?
I think they're going to kick it. I would go for it, though.
You would?
I would. You're down 7. You're not guaranteed to get the ball back.
It's fair.
Field goal try, up and good. And the Rams settle for 3. That's huge for the Seahawks defense.
That is huge. You go down now. Touchdown kind of puts this game away. Let's run some clock. Let's keep her on the ball. Kenneth Walker, we need you to keep doing what you've been doing. And let's put this game away right here.
Spam C. Spam C. $5:28 to go in the 4th quarter. Seahawks about to get the football back. A chance to put this game on ice. Win number 11 on the year. Right upon us. Can they finish the fight? Find out now. Good return by Eskridge. Brings it out to the 26-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Seattle.
Tyler, what's the best call you've ever had in your professional career?
Best call?
Yep.
I don't know. I've called several game winners.
Really? What sport? All football or basketball?
Football, basketball. Gosh, there's a lot to choose from. Have you done any play-by-play, Joey?
I haven't.
How about you make your play-by-play debut right now? Give us this next play after this.
Alrighty.
As we get a 9-yard run by Kenneth Walker. Joey going to hop on the mic and do his first ever play-by-play call in 2nd and 1. Joey, what do you got here?
We'll see how I do. Alrighty. Man, we got a 2nd and 1 right here.
Spam Joey making his play-by-play debut on Seahawks Today.
We got Geno Smith under center. 2nd and 1. Seattle Seahawks have the ball around 36-yard line. Turn around. Play action. Geno sitting, he's throwing, and he finds DK Metcalf down the right sideline.
1st down!
For a 1st down, and that gets into Los Angeles Rams territory.
All right, now if the Seahawks turn it over, we're blaming Joey for this. So far, we're off to a good start. We're gonna let Joey keep going until he screws it up.
Okay, I'm down with that.
Spam Joey. He's bringing the momentum on the mic.
We got a 1st and 10 set up.
Kelsey typing Joey. Dave typing Joey.
Shotgun.
1st and 10.
Geno Smith, 1st and 10. Kenneth Walker to his left. The ball is snapped. Waiting, throwing, finds Kenneth Walker down for a dump. He gets to about the 33-yard line, sets up 2nd and 3 for the Seattle Seahawks.
And the Seahawks using clock.
Seahawks using clock, doing exactly what we want them to do. Los Angeles is still sitting on 3 timeouts, but if they can just... I would run the ball here. Would you run the ball?
I would run the ball here. I think there's a big difference, too, between settling for 3 and getting this touchdown here.
I agree. Geno hands it off to Kenneth Walker. He cuts to the left and finds the first down. They now enter the Fanatics red zone at around the 23-yard line.
Chatsports.com/Murphy to get your Byron Murphy jerseys. So far, Joey's still holding up. Keep spamming Joey.
And the clock ticks down. We're sitting about 3:30 left in this game. Geno Smith under center. Kenneth Walker right behind him. Hand off to Kenneth Walker, and he is stuffed in the backfield. That sets
2-yard loss.
And 12.
11 carries for 48 yards and a touchdown today for Kenneth Walker.
You know, it's a 2-yard loss, but you're going to burn off about 35 seconds with it. Still got second down. I'm not worried about
That's not the worst play.
It's not. Do you pass here, though?
I still run it.
You still run it.
Phobius says, say it with your chest.
I think Grubnuts is going to pass this. Geno Smith gets the snap, slides it over Jaxon Smith-Njigba, who gets the first down.
First down. Type those ones.
Type those ones, everybody.
Type those ones. Caleb says, Joey the Hawk.
First down, Seattle. That clock keeps ticking, and this win is.
All right, Joey, win us this game here. Put him away here, Joey.
1st and 10 from the 15. Snap to Geno Smith. He's looking. He finds Jaxon Smith-Njigba for the 7-yard gain.
We'll take that. Let it go to the 2-minute warning now.
You got
4 catches, 29 yards. Not Jason's best day, but he's done enough.
He's done enough. He hasn't done as much as Lockett, which maybe answers the question in that 3rd segment. But he's done enough. He's caught all the balls that have been thrown to him.
Don't snap it. All right, 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning.
Lon says Joey Cannoli.
I'll take it. I was born in New Jersey, so that fits. 2nd and 4 from the 8. Hands off to Kenneth Walker, and he gets about 1 yard short of that.
Same as the other play. That's not a bad play. You got 2 yards. I thought we just... That's confusing. They threw up 2-minute warning. That was earlier.
I agree. And
then they called timeout. Okay, I think EA had to fire the graphics intern.
Yeah, I think he was a tad late with that one. 3rd and 2. Minute 57 left in the 4th. Lined up the pistol.
Run it again.
You got to think handoff to Walker right here. The snap to Geno. Oh, he's looking. He's running.
He's got it.
He scores. Geno
Touchdown.
Smith on the 7-yard scamper for the touchdown.
Spam TD. Seahawks put the Rams away, and they will get their 11th win of the season as they head to the playoffs. Spam TD. Spam TD. Show us those TDs. Seahawks are playoff bound. We'll see you in Atlanta tomorrow night. Spam TD. Spam TD. Extra point attempt is up and good.
This thing's over.
It's Jover. It's Jover, folks. Caleb typing TD. Chris typing TD. Nathan typing TD. Corey, Kelsey, Nathan.
What a run there by Geno.
What a play. And how about Joey? First time doing play-by-play, and he brought us a touchdown. Joey delivered.
There we go.
All right. That was awesome. Lon says that's what we want from Geno. Run more.
He was electric back in those West Virginia days running the football, man.
11-6. I am thrilled right now.
Fantastic record. Winning the last 4 games, too? You sat at 7-6 just 4 weeks ago.
And we're going to play an Atlanta team next week that we already beat this year in Atlanta. 1st and 10 for the Rams. Screen pass complete. And that's going to be about a 6-yard pickup.
Tick, 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 tick.
And the Seahawks, Macdonald has made an adjustment. He's put the emphasis on stripping the ball. They want to be aggressive here. G Popular's calling for shots. $5 shots till the end of the game. Corey's saying it's Jover, baby. Pass complete, first down. Keeps the clock rolling, though. It's Jover for the Rams. In the second half, they just abandoned. Left them behind. All their fans that voted for them. Democracy is dead in Los Angeles today.
Well, and how about that response from this defense? Let up a touchdown on like 6 plays on that first drive. Didn't let up a touchdown the rest of the game.
Unbelievable. Lon, Atlanta is tomorrow. Playoffs. Seahawks, Falcons playoffs tomorrow. We'll see you at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, right here on Seahawks Today.
Stafford's rattled. He can't complete a pass.
Popular and Sandra, they want shots. You got to send in a super chat. $5 super chat. And we'll take down some shots. We'll celebrate this Seahawks win. Atlanta will be tomorrow. I am off the rest of the week, off to Phoenix, taking some PTOs. So special live show tomorrow. Stafford pass, incomplete, 4th down.
Anything fun in Phoenix?
Yes, going to go see Kenny Chesney.
There we go. That's who I saw in Arrowhead, was Kenny Chesney.
Calling a basketball tournament out there. Doing several things. Should be a lot of fun. 4th quarter, 4th down. Type those 4s. See you next week. I'm out Wednesday through Friday.
He's going
Phoenix.
to see Kenny.
Absolutely. Yep. Going to see Kenny Chesney. Yeah, going to be a great time.
I saw Kenny at Arrowhead, summer of 22, and then I saw him at Rupp Arena.
Okay.
Winter of 23. He was great both. I liked Arrowhead better.
Stafford steps back, pass, incomplete. G. Popular wants some shots. I'll take the first. If we get another, we'll give Joey the second.
Please do.
Shot sale will finish the job. Go Hawks. There you go, G. Popular. Stafford pass, incomplete.
Man, once he was 12 for 15. Now he's 18 for 27. He's gone 6 for his last, 15 or 12?
Yeah, it has not been good. Lon says, stay on the good side of Phoenix. I lived in Arizona twice. I'll try. Pass complete. 1st and goal for L.A. It doesn't matter at this point. We're in great shape right now, folks. Playoffs tomorrow. Seahawks and Falcons. Should be a diaper dandy, folks. Incomplete. Wild card round tomorrow afternoon. We'll see you then. Don't miss out on it. 2nd and goal for LA.
Hey, Phobia is saying no shoes, no shirt, no problem.
I'm not taking off my shoes or shirt right now, Phobia.
Hey, everybody, what's your favorite Kenny Chesney song? I see Nathan Seahawks say I Go Back. That's a great one.
Sacked! Byron Murphy! I saw some people throwing some shade at Byron Murphy in the chat earlier. How about that? Byron Murphy getting it done. Spam sack. Down he goes. 3rd and goal.
Sandra, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in.
Good to see you, Sandra. What are we doing calling timeout? Let the game end. F. McVay. FLA. 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 Spam FLA. Third and goal. Empty set for LA. Stafford. Pass to the end zone. Complete touchdown. Doesn't matter at this point. Cheap garbage touchdown. The Rams were favored going into today, so this doesn't affect the spread, but it does affect the over-under.
Which was 46.5.
Which was, You're right, 46.5. So let's see what happens here. Incomplete.
Isn't it, what, 43?
43. So looks like the under is going to hold.
I would have bet that going into it, I feel like.
Yeah.
Easy to say that. Hindsight's 20/20, but.
All right. Onside coming for the Rams, their last hope. The Rams would need an onside, and then they'd have one play potentially if they converted the onside. It's basically impossible to convert onsides in Madden.
Yeah, especially in Sims.
Yes.
I've converted a couple in college football. Have you?
Already?
Yeah.
No, I have not. You're going to have to tell me your secrets here.
Just kick it as hard as you can at the first guy.
Okay. Hope it bounces off of him.
Exactly. I think that's the play.
There's the onside. And JSN recovers it. And the Seahawks are 1-0 down away from victory. Get the W's in the chat. Seahawks are 4 seconds away from victory. Spam W. Spam W. Folks, get ready to sing All I Do Is Win with us, folks. There's the kneel down. Timeout Rams. That's cheap. Boo. Boo.
FLA.
FLA. FLA. FLA. Spam W. Spam W. Seahawks 3 seconds away from victory. Get ready to sing All I Do Is Win with us, folks. Here we go. The final play. And the Seahawks pick up their 11th win of the season. They are headed to the postseason on a 5-game winning streak. How about those Hawks? Spam W. Spam W. Spam W. Seahawks win. Seahawks win. An 11-6 season. And we're going to the playoffs. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never give it up. And every time I step up in the building, everybody's hands go up. And they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay up, down, up, down, up, down. Because all I do is win, win, win. And everybody throw your hands in the air and they stay there. Woo! Woo! Spam W! Spam W! Seahawks win. What a performance today, folks. We're going to the playoffs. We will see you tomorrow night. Seahawks, Falcons, wild card. Get ready. You won't want to miss it. Subscribe now. We'll see you then. All right, before we go, I'm going to put a minute on the clock. We'll get a super chat of in him out. We'll keep the show going. We'll keep hanging out with y'all. Otherwise, we'll sign off and call it a day. First-time super chatters get the Seahawks chant. $5 super chat, do the old Macdonald song. $10 super chat, take some shots. $25 super chat, we'll do a beer bong. $50 super chat, you can play me in college football 25. Joey, what a second half there.
I mean, pretty epic. I think you've seen just some great answering by this defense in the last 2 games, and that's been the key to victory, I feel like.
Yeah, defense has come through. They've come a long way. I like what I've seen. What's your reaction, folks? Let us know in the chat right now. And shout out Joey. We put him on the mic, and he delivers a touchdown in his play-by-play debut. Can't ask for much more than that.
Delivered a touchdown on my play-by-play debut. Delivered 2 wins in my live show producing debuts.
So much for being 4th string.
Exactly. I need a promotion. Let's see that depth chart.
All right. We might have to update the depth chart. Joey is 2-0 as the starting producer here. Ian with a super chat. We'll keep the show going. That'll reset the shot clock. Ian with a $2 super chat says, awesome, awesome indeed. Thank you, Ian, for that. And he's shouting out Joey as well.
Hey, Ian, shout out you, man. You're the real one.
Much appreciated.
You got a good beard, Ian. I need to grow me one of those.
That's quite the impressive beard.
It is.
There. That's really good. We'll put another minute on the clock. Ian, we just threw it up. We just threw up your super chat. 1 minute remaining. Super chat of any amount. We keep the show going for a bit. Otherwise, we'll sign off. We're at $34 right now. Got to get to 200 if we want to boost. Some stats for you. Geno, 68.1 completion percentage, 243 yards, and a tutty. Stafford, 66.6 completion percentage, 282 yards, and 2 touchdowns today. And the Seahawks get the win. Playoff football tomorrow. You know, Joey, even if it's Madden, all you want is just for the chance. You'd love to be the 1 seed. If you have to be the 7 seed, in this case the Seahawks are the 5 seed, or 6 seed rather. All you want is just a chance. It's a new season when you get to the playoffs. Yeah,
just got to get in the dance that anything can happen. We've seen it multiple times, and we've seen it in multiple sports. Going into the playoffs, running a 4-game win streak, I think that's just about what you want at the end of this season going into the playoffs, even if you are the 6 or 7 seed.
Yeah, I think so. We'll sign off. Folks, we'll see you again tomorrow, 5 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Pacific. I'll be here. Joey will be here. We will see you then. Have a great night, everybody. Join us tomorrow. Playoff football right here on Seahawks Today.